Hi, family. We are busy with a series on race and justice and looking at it from a biblical perspective and how we as Christians should respond in a South African context. This last Sunday, as part of part 3 of the series, I spoke about crossing the color divide and how Jesus set the example for us in reaching out to people that are different from us. We all know that discipleship not only focuses on the lordship of Jesus Christ in our lives, but also how we intentionally build relationships with others. And the issue of justice really is a gospel issue. And from that perspective, we need to critically ask ourselves, in building intentional relationships, who are the people that we build relationships with? We are afforded the right within our Constitution to have freedom of association. And yes, even biblically, God's given us freedom of choice. However, if we are to follow Jesus' example, we need to really evaluate whether we only build relationship and intentional relationship with people that look like us or act like us or come from the same background or culture than us. And what we looked at in this series is that Jesus really had a heart that we would be united in our diversity. We focused on John 4 this last Sunday, and in John 4, we see Jesus sitting at a well and reaching out to a Samaritan woman. Not only did she have a different racial background, but she was also a woman. She practiced a religion that was different from what the Jews had practiced. And even from a lifestyle perspective, there were differences between the way she lived and the example Jesus set for us. But despite all those barriers, Jesus broke through the differences, the color lines, the issues that separate us. And he reached out to her and set aside his power to intentionally build relationship with her. There's so much in John 4 that we can chew on. But I want you to, as part of your devotional this week, and as part of reflecting on how we should respond as Christians when there's ethnic tension in our midst, that you would really look at Jesus' example. Jesus didn't put his Jewish culture above the gospel. He set that aside and focused primarily on what it would require to help a Samaritan woman come to the realization that he is the Messiah. And he did it in such a loving, gentle, and respectful way. And the net result was that not only did she get saved, but people from her village in Samaria also got saved. And that is significant within the context when there was effectively a separation between the Jews and the Samaritans. You can see it as a apartheid of some sorts between two different groups of people, a separatist arrangement. But Jesus comes and sets that example for his disciples, where he says the cultural divides, the religious divides don't matter. What matters is that we treat people as equals and that we share the gospel with them in a loving way.